Again, recently, I was asked, what is the best homeschool curriculum? And I am here to tell you, I'm excited to share. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have cracked the code on what the best homeschool curriculum is. Stay tuned. Guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we are a homeschooling family of 4. We are entering our 8th year of homeschooling, and we have an upcoming 7th and an upcoming 3rd grader for the 2024-2025 school year. So here we go. Are you ready? I'm gonna let you know what the best homeschool curriculum is. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. As parents, we always want to do what is best for our children. And especially as homeschool parents, we recognize the gravity of choosing to shoulder the burden of our children's education. And the last thing that we want to do is fail them. So naturally, we all go into this and say, what is the best? Where is the best? How do I get the best? For myself, for my homeschool, and for my learner. And I am proud to tell you that I have cracked the code. There is no best. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is no best. There is no singular best, because what is best for me will not be best for you. And do you know why? It is because if the one-size-fits-all best mass approach worked, public schools would be having a much better output than they do. They have found a one-size-fits-most approach, which I would argue still doesn't even actually work for most, but they think it does. And so I would like you to think about that. If there was a best, if there was one singular golden shooting star that was one homeschool curriculum to rule them all, don't you think that the public schools would have jumped on that? And there's a lot of research, that goes into educational methods, materials, things like that. So first of all, the first thing that you need to do is take the idea of one singular best that I can tell you exactly what is best and right for you. You need to take that out the window. However, I can tell you I have in fact cracked the code, and I know 5 things that you need to consider to find the best homeschool curriculum for you, and I am happy to share them, okay? And these are in no particular order, just because they are all very important, and you're gonna value things differently than I do. Again, this is about tailoring it for you. So I'm just gonna run down my list of 5, and then from there, I'll give you maybe a few more gems of wisdom from my many years, and you can take it and run, okay? And you are gonna be on your path to find the best curriculum for you. Are you ready? Number 1, something that is very important, is the learning style. What kind of style is this curriculum? Is it video-based? Video-based could be great, but if you would prefer literature-based or read aloud, or your kids really just want workbooks, or they want to play by learning, it's really important for you to find the style that's gonna work for your family and for your learner. So for my kids absolutely love videos, and they really, really love like videos then with interactive questions. My kids absolutely love that. So I tend to lean into that. I love teaching that style. Why? Because I want to be doing the teaching. So this works perfect for us. It is a match made in heaven. That is what works for us. But again, if you want to sit everybody down and go through a novel and have all of your studies based on that novel that you're reading, and that's going to work for you guys, do that. Do that absolutely. If you're going to game school and that's the way everybody's going to learn best, yes, I fully support that and encourage you to find what fits for you, for your homeschool, for your learner. Number 2 is actual ease of use. So what I mean by that is if it's gonna take you, and this might be based on someone you know, if it's gonna take you a lot of work to set it up and then like a lot of planning every week and a lot of prep every week, and you know that that's not for you and you're not gonna do it, it's not a good fit. It's not a good fit, babe. It's not a good fit. For me, I like to do the thing, and then I move my tab to the next day I am here, I do the next thing. And that for me is amazing. I like an open and go. I don't wanna do prepping. Like cutting the things out for All About Reading is kind of the extent of the prep level that I wanna have, okay? Like I do not wanna be doing a lot of work on this, okay? This is not fun for me. I do not like prepping the things. I don't want to do it. So therefore, ease of use is very important. Number 3, and again, these are not in any particular order, cost. Cost is a big flippin' deal, okay? So it is not gonna be the best curriculum for you if you can't afford it. It does not matter. It does not matter if you cannot physically get it in your hands, in your house, and in your routine. It does not matter. Cost is really flippin' important, okay? Number 4, and this one's a big deal. What's the fun factor? You don't have to have fun all the time. I mean, your kids are not going to love doing multiplication, but if they're dreading it or you are dreading teaching it, it's not the best curriculum for you, okay? So I'm not saying that it's gonna be all roses and daisies and people are gonna be like, yes, this is what we get to do every day, oh my gosh. But what I am saying is there needs to be a certain level of fun factor, and that can be as simple as it plays right into the way that they need to learn, or it could be actually fun, but what it can't be is the worst thing that's ever happened to your home. Okay, so do not bring in things that you know or suspect that you might dread. Okay, it's a really big deal. Now, number 5, and this one is also really important, is the value alignment. So for me, I prefer secular. I do use some neutrals, but what I don't often do or ever do is Christian-based curriculum choices, and that is my preference. So for me, the perfect and best homeschool curriculum isn't going to be teaching, memorizing Bible verses. That's just not going to be it for me. So these are the 5 things that I think you really need to take into account. Now, how will you find the best curriculum? Let me explain this to you. You're going to shoot for 4 or 5 of these things, okay? If you get all 5, never let it go. It's rare, okay? It is like a unicorn. If you get all 5, never ever, under any circumstances, let it go. If you get 4 of 5, that's good. That's real good. Okay, there are some things. For me, for example, Math UC is a 4 of 5, okay? It is. It suits their learning style with videos and a workbook. I can ease of use because I've learned how to adapt it. Super easy, open and go. Turn on demand, tells them the thing, they do the worksheet. We've got this going well. Number 3, cost comes in my kit. It's affordable, especially as we're doing more lessons than it's cheaper to use with the second kid because I'm just buying the workbook and the test book instead of like the whole set. So cost is there for me. It is right in the way that they want to learn. So while they are never like, oh yay, Matthew C, they aren't like, oh, Matthew C. So fun factor is there. But number 5, while I have never found anything problematic, they're not a secular company. They're neutral, and I can accept that. So they've got my 4 out of 5. Now, if you have a 3 out of 5, and I have experience with this one too, 3 out of 5 for me was when we went from Mazdas to Michael Clay Thompson's Language Arts. Why? Mazdas, was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. Was their cost was okay, I guess. Ease of use, pretty easy once I figured out how to use it and I got past my massive fears of the giant teacher's manual. Like, okay. Secular? Yeah, it was secular. Was it fun? No, it wasn't fun. Was it a good for our learning style? No, not really that one either. So Mazdas for us was a 3 of 5. Was it bad? No. But did it leave the door open for me to find something better? Yes. So for you, if you've got like a 3, maybe you just keep searching, keep doing your research, maybe try to find something else. If you've got a 2, I'm gonna tell you what to do if you've got a 2 of 5. If you've got a 2 of 5, this is when I like to take into account the pivot or quit it, okay? I have a formula, which I've come up with. Pivot or quit it, okay? If you are using a curriculum and you're like, this is bad, it's not good. But you look at it and you say, if, for example, Matthew C, instead of trying to do all 7 worksheets every week, we did 1 today, depending on how we do. We skip 1, we do the 3rd one the next day. Depending on how we do, we skip 1, we do the 5th one the day after that. By the time you get to the end of the week, you've only done 4. But you feel like they've mastered it, they've done well, that's a solid pivot. If you can put your finger on something, you can put your finger on it and know what will change it for you, what you should try to make it better. If you can pinpoint it, that's a pivot, okay? If you cannot fathom what in the entire operating mind of your homeschool would improve this for you and make you not hate it, you should quit. Okay, so if you cannot put your finger on something that will make it better, just let it go, let it go, let it go. You guys know the song, let it go. So that is my pivot or quit it formula, okay? If you can pinpoint what it is you could change to make better, try that before you quit. If you cannot, let it go, okay? That's the plan. Now, if you have a 1 of 5, just run, burn it. That's not for you. I don't know how you got here. Very rarely, if you're doing your research and reviews and things like that, very rarely are you gonna get a 1 of 5, but it could happen. It could happen. It absolutely could happen, a 1 of 5. So this is my system to help you get the best homeschool curriculum, the absolute best homeschool curriculum. This is the system you're gonna use, okay? Because this is how you figure it out. I cannot tell you what it is, but I can tell you what you need to be looking for. So these are my tips, these are my plans. I'm happy to answer absolutely any questions in the comments or over on Instagram. You guys know that. Please, while you're down there, share with me, okay? What is your system like for knowing when to quit, knowing when you need to keep shopping? How much of what you're using are you willing to kind of let slide? So are you willing to let your value-based system slide if it means that everything else is exactly what you need, which I think a lot of secular homeschoolers do that. Are you willing to spend a little bit more money to get the rest of it? Are you willing to use something that you don't necessarily absolutely love the way you teach it because your kids love the way they learn it? Like, I wanna know what goes into your factor, your system for finding the absolute best homeschool curriculum, because we can all find the absolute best homeschool curriculum. I believe in us, guys. We're gonna work together. We're gonna do it. Guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Bye, guys.